What comes to mind when a person says the name Paris, France? The City of Lights, the Eiffel Tower, mimes, fashion, museums like the Louvre, and artists like Monet and Van Gogh.
Paris is all these things and more. However, outside the city center, separated by a ring road called the Perrohique, is far different than Paris than the show in the movies.
The Banlieue, or suburbs of Paris, are primarily comprised of poor immigrant families. Over the past 40 years, the Banlieue has exploded in population to over 8 million people. In comparison, the beautiful center of Paris has a mere 1.8 million.
The northern suburbs of Paris are, by far, the worst among the Banlieue, filled with troubled housing projects, the result of high unemployment, poor access to transit, poorly designed and non-dilapidated housing projects, filled with social unrest, riots, and gangs wreaking havoc and selling drugs.
One troubling area is a suburb called La Courneuve. There is a housing project known as Les Quartiers Malais, or the 4000.
There have been multiple attempts to clean up this area. However, drugs and violence have not gone from this neighborhood.
Okay, sure, I have to laugh. That's my understanding for a need of a major overhaul was at the foot of the rundown Balzac housing and tower in Les 4000. An 11-year-old boy bled to death here on a summer afternoon in 2005. Stray bullets in his heart and neck. Nicolas Sarkozy, who was the interior minister at the time and is now president, arrived the next day in his hard-luck Paris suburb, famously pledging to clean the area with a high-pressure hose.
This obviously did nothing for the betterment of the society, as it is hardly the first time such efforts have come to the 4000s. Governments have been raising and rebuilding in this neighborhood for 25 years, hopeful that new architecture and new theories about how best to house the poor will solve the problems here. Expectations of the residents are low.
Architecture doesn't solve the real problems: crime, housing, health and wellness, education, and transportation.
Our initiative is to solve these issues by improving the education and health of the residents, increasing police presence and consequences for breaking the law, providing meaningful and well-constructed housing, as well as convenient transportation for jobs and other things outside of La Courneuve and Paris proper.
Okay, can it be like just the backboard and all, and then we can just put art on something? Oh yeah. Can you maybe just send me one paper? Let's not make a back. When they say that. Can we take this out?